Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got this sweet friend note card for you. I am in love with the new Stampin' Up! Please Is Punch Designer Series paper. So I got a couple of scraps in here for the card kits. This paper is specially designed to go with the 2020 mini catalog and celebration punches, and it's a brand new celebration coordination item. So we're going to use the heart punch pack and the new small blooms punch to make this adorable sweet friend card. Let's take a look at the rest of the paper supplies. So I've got the Please Is Punch Designer Series paper, and I just grabbed scraps of that paper so that we could punch out the flowers and the hearts. And then in my card kit here, I have a piece of vellum cardstock, some more scraps of the Please Is Punch Designer Series paper. We're going to use this tulips on one side, green stripe on the other for our leaves. So we're still just got some scraps here. I want plenty of that green for the leaves. So scraps of all those plus our pieces here. I've got a petal pink card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I've got a petal pink stitched rectangle. And I cut this one ahead with the rectangle stitched dies. And this one is your second largest one, or no, third largest. So this is the C size, which is 4 3/8 by 3. And then the other die cutting that I did ahead of time, so I took the Be Mine stitched dies and cut out this spray right here. It's a gorgeous little delicate die. We'll cut that out of petal pink ahead of time too. In my scraps somewhere I do have Whisper White. Here we go. I've got some Whisper White, and let's start here with our greening. It's the only stamping that we've got, so I'm going to grab a basic gray stamping pad. Got my scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp Sweet Friend. I love this Sweet Friend greeting. It comes from Welcome Easter, and that is our featured stamp set in the Kitchen Table Stamper online classroom. So this is Welcome Easter and that Sweet Friend greeting. Alright, so we've got that stamped with basic gray. Now let's take our classic label punch. Love this dude. That Sweet Friend is going to fit right in there, and we are going to punch it out. And I did just a little bit left to center because we're going to add some linen thread on the end of this label for embellishment. So let's grab that. I've got my linen thread here. Just going to spool off several inches and tie a little bow. I tied it on to the actual classic label. It's a little big, so I'm going to hold the center of my knot and pull the tails and make it a little bit bittier bow. Little finesse, we got a cute little bow. Let's cut off the excess. Love it, what a cutie. Alright, now we've got our designer series paper here. We're going to have 3 hearts and we need 3 flowers. So I'm going to use the little small bloom punch on this scrap of designer series paper, and I'm going to punch out a couple of flowers. See how cute that lines right up? Love this Please Is Punch designer series paper. I'm going to do one of these pool party ones, bring in a little bit more range of color. I think in the pastels it's going to be pretty. And then maybe a petal pink one here too. So 3 flowers, and then we're going to punch the 3 hearts next. Got the heart punch pack here. There's a scallop and a smooth. Now I'm finding with this Pleased As Punch designer series paper, sometimes you got get a little bit creative about how you're going to get things out of the paper. And we're going to try to get this Okay, so I was going to try to do all 3 of them with a scallop border, but this one's going to be cut just a little bit close. So a quick fix for that, I'm going to punch my first one with the smooth heart, or you could do all of them with the smooth heart, whichever you like here. For consistency, we could do all 3 of them with the smooth one. Let me trim this down so we can punch again. Now we can also punch with the scallop, as long as we don't get too close to the edge at the bottom there. So then we got a scallop. And we'll just punch a whisper white scallop heart to layer underneath our very first one. Now we're at the edge of our paper here, so we held on to our scrap. Gonna put a little bit of snail adhesive on our scrap here. And we'll use the scrap as a handle so we can hold on to this heart and get that into our punch. So see, I got a little handle there. I can get in and get this 3rd heart all punched out with the white scallop around. All right, so there's our 2 scallopy hearts. But I want 3 scallopy hearts, so I'm gonna just whisper white and cut out scallopy dude. Then I'm going to adhere the designer series paper. So you could do all 3 layered like that, or you could do all 3 with the scallop punch. All right, so we've got our hearts and our flowers all punched out. Now the next thing here we need is a little butterfly. So I'm gonna take this vellum cardstock and punch a little butterfly. And we're using the butterfly duo punch for that. We need some leaves, so let's go ahead and punch. We don't need stems, just the leaves. Let's punch 2 little sets of leaves from the scraps here. So we've got our leaves now. We're gonna break those up and put them on the card wherever we need them for balance. Now you'll notice that my card has this great line embossing in the back. Let me slide aside our pieces, bring in the Simply Score tool. Got the Simply Score tool here. We're going to take our card front, open it up. We're going to turn it so that it's inside out and score every 1/4 of an inch after the fold. This is going to give you a great line embossed front. All right, last one. And there's our textured card front. Pretty cool, huh? Let's put together our petal pink layers. Now, it's your choice here. You could go through and pick out the little pieces that are hanging out inside of this die cut. You see like these little negative bits? You can go and pick them out if you like to. I tend to leave them in. I think that they look embossed then and kind of add a texture, and I have one less fiddly thing to do. So I'm gonna leave them alone. It's your call. If you get your take your pick tool, they're not too hard to just pop out with the take your pick tool. But I'm gonna leave them. Okay, let's snail our stitched rectangle right to the center of the card and burnish it down. And for our little delicate heart piece, we're going to use multi-purpose liquid glue and just gently squeeze the bottle and swipe the tip of the bottle along the back of this die cut. You're just looking for little splotches of glue. Less is more. It will really hold this in place nicely. It's a good glue for this. And if you go with lots and lots of little spots, you'll get better adhesion with less goo, with less mess. All right, so we're gonna turn that over and put it right along the bottom, centered right to left of our petal pink rectangle. So we're building lots of texture for the background of this card. Then our little hearts, let's take a look, because I got the other patterns from the paper here, and I really want to accentuate the different patterns and colors in this package of paper. So I think I'm going to do the pink in the background and the light pink in the front. spread them out a bit. Kind of like that layout. See the difference between the two, and it's all from the same pack of paper, so you can really have some fun with the different colors. All right, so that I can kind of keep my dry fit, I'm going to snail my top heart and pick up my second one. Then I'm going to snail my second heart and kind of place it on the third one. And then I'm going to pick up the whole bunch and snail that third heart. So I've made a little grouping. And if you need to, you can shift a little bit. But I think we've got a pretty good layout there. I might bring this little purple, this Highland Heather one. Give it a little tweak. There we go. I like that. Now, each one's going to look kind of unique and different, and that's okay as we work out the elements. I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my sentiment here. It's going to be the only item on our card that's bumped up. So we'll put a few across the back here to support the greeting. And not quite ready to stick that one down there yet. I need a couple of leaves. I'm going to just peel off one of those. Kind of dry fit my leaves here. I think I'm going to bring my little pool party flower. I like that down there. And we got to get the purple, I think, kind of off the edge at the top. Maybe the purple one's got to go over the pink heart and the pink one off the edge there. I like that. And we got two little leaves underneath this guy. Whoop. And then one little leaf underneath this guy. All right, I like how that's coming together. So next up, maybe I want my blue one since it's the little pop of color up here. Let's take a look. What do you think? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go with it the way it is, but I'm not sure how I like it. What do you think? Is the blue one kind of out of place? I'm not sure. I'm gonna get it all together and then decide. I think down away from the purple heart and covered just a little bit by the sentiment kind of minimizes our purple just a little bit, which is okay because this is a pretty heavy visual chunk of purple. All right, so I've adhered the flower and the leaves. Now we can go ahead and add our sentiment because it's going to kind of overlap this bottom flower here. Sweet friend, I like that. Put a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on the stems and then make the leaf and the flower one and then add that to the card. Ooh, I love this designer series paper. And a little bit of glue on the leaf and we'll tuck that into the flower. And then some multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of the flower. I think I want the leaf up out the corner like that. Good. There we go. Look at our two color combinations. Pretty cool, huh? All right, last little touch. We're almost done. I've got some jewels, basic pearls. And I'm going to take your pick tool and I'm going to add a little pearl at the center of each of the flowers. And then got a little butterfly hanging out around here. Let's find that dude. I'm going to add this guy with a little multi-purpose liquid glue, but first I'm going to fold up the wings and then add just the tiniest little streak multi-purpose liquid glue on the body of that butterfly and pop it right on the card using the multi-purpose liquid glue that's on the body of the butterfly. But lift those wings, keep them up. Very good. All right, you guys, that was it. That is card number 1 in my Pleased as Punch Designer Series Paper Series. This is a paper and ink card class for February. So if you're a Chicago area rubber stamper and you're interested in card classes, be sure to check out kitchentablestamper.com/calendar. If you've got any questions about Stampin' Up! Or about the project, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.